If you love white sand beaches and epic mountain views, you are going to love the Hawaiian island of Kauai. From the legendary Pali Coast to hidden gem beaches, here are the top 10 things to do in Kauai, Hawaii. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I am Indigo from the Indigo Sahara travel blog, where we help hundreds of thousands of travelers just like you make your dream trips a reality through budget travel tips and destination guides. So be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any future tips. Let's get to it. Starting off with number 1, a helicopter tour over the Pali Coast. We faced our fears and took a helicopter tour over the Pali Coast of Kauai, aka the iconic jagged Jurassic Park mountains, and it was hands down the best tour I have ever done in my life. We got to fly over an 800-foot waterfall, yes, 800 feet, explore coastline areas that aren't even accessible by foot, and see the entire island of Kauai in 50 minutes. Plus, Blue Hawaiian helicopters had their tours down to a T, from check-in to the safety briefing to the actual flight. The whole tour was seamless from start to finish. The pilot even explained turbulence in flight so that no one was worried about the occasional bumps. I highly recommend Blue Hawaiian helicopters for any helicopter tour over Hawaii, especially if you have flight anxiety. Likewise, number 2 is a boat tour around the Pali Coast. Our whole group agreed that our Pali Coast Zodiac boat tour was one of the highlights of our entire year. We took the Pali Coast morning adventure raft tour with Go Blue Adventures and loved every minute. The tour includes a round-trip boat ride to and from the Pali Coast, wildlife sightings, we saw dozens of dolphins and sea turtles, snorkeling, Hawaiian snacks, and more. I highly recommend you take this tour in the morning because you'll have the best chance at good weather conditions, good marine life sightings, and also good ocean conditions, so you're more likely to have calmer waves while you're on the tour. Number 3 is the Kalalau Trail. Of course, I cannot complete this list of the top 10 things to do in Kauai, Hawaii without including the infamous Kalalau Trail. Hiking the Kalalau Trail is one of the only ways to experience the Pali Coast, and the views are priceless. However, you must be an avid hiker up for the challenge. The Kalalau Trail hike spans a whopping 19.8 miles with over 6,500 feet of elevation gain and takes an average of 12.5 hours to complete. While I personally didn't complete the Kalalau Trail because I wasn't with a lot of hikers, a lot of people in our group weren't avid hikers, I would have loved to, first of all, and second of all, I have another hike alternative if you're not up for a 12-mile hike. Completely understood. I have another alternative coming up next, but if you do want to do the Kalalau Trail, I highly recommend downloading the All Trails app and looking at the trail data and trail stats and trail map on that app. You'll learn a lot just from that All Trails app and looking up Kalalau Trail on the app. Number 4 then is the Pihea Vista Trail. Alternatively, we found a much easier, safer, shorter, and lesser known version of the Kalalau Trail, the Pihea Vista Trail. As mentioned, most people have heard of the notorious Kalalau Trail to get a view like this in the Pali Coast, but there's a much easier and quicker way to do so. This hidden gem trail is the Pihea Vista Trail on the Pali Coast of Kauai, and the views do not disappoint. You get very similar views to the Kalalau Trail, but in a fraction of the time and elevation gain. The Pihea Vista Trail will cost you just 4.4 miles or less of hiking and a mere 715 feet of elevation gain maximum, making it an easy to moderate hike. To find the Pihea Vista Trail, start at the Kalalau Lookout and look through the gates at the end of the lookout parking lot. There's about a mile walk on paved road until you get to Pu'uokila Lookout. Just right up Pu'uokila Lookout, you'll see the Pihea Trail trailhead. You can take this hike as far or as short as you want to get some epic views of the Pali Coast. Number 5 is Tunnels Beach. Although popular, Tunnels Beach is one of the prettiest beaches on Kauai and therefore is a must visit. This beach should be at the top of your list for Kauai beaches, as it boasts white sand, pristine clear water, and a reef barrier for snorkeling and safety. Tunnels Beach's most notable feature, though, is the giant green mountains that tower over the coast. This beach is in my top 5 best beaches that I've ever been to, and that's saying a lot because I've been to Bora Bora, Tahiti, and the Maldives. Number 6 is Anini Beach. Anini Beach is hands down the best hidden gem in Hawaii. When I was researching things to do in Kauai before our trip, I saw nothing about Anini Beach, and I don't know why, Kauai because this beach was stunning. The only reason we stopped at Anini Beach was because it was recommended by our Shaka Guide audio tour, which I'll tell you about next, but I am so glad that we stopped at this beach because the water clarity is unbeatable. This is the only beach that I have visited in Hawaii that truly rivals the Maldives. The water is perfectly clear and calm, the sand is soft and perfectly white, plus the water was fairly shallow when we were there, making it a great beach for families. Some of the people in our group also saw a giant sea turtle on this beach, so they got to swim with the sea turtle, and that is just priceless. So bring your goggles and keep your eyes peeled. Number 7 is a Shaka Guide audio tour. If you have access to a car during your Kauai trip, I highly recommend downloading the Shaka Guide app and purchasing at least one Shaka Guide Kauai tour, if not the bundle. In essence, the Shaka Guide app is an audio tour app that connects your phone's GPS to give you detailed audio tours, travel guides, and directions as you drive around Kauai. We purchased the Kauai audio tour bundle, which allowed us to see all of the best sites such as the Waimea Canyon and the Pali Coast, plus hidden gems like Anini Beach without having to do much research at all prior to our trip. I honestly cannot recommend this app enough. We also used it in Maui for the road to Hana, and it was fantastic. The things that you learn on the app are not things that you would learn just by going to these places on your own. It's like you have your own private tour guide. And like I said, we got to see some hidden gems that we wouldn't have even known existed had it been for Shaka Guide. Number 8 is to see the sea turtles at Poipu Beach. Believe it or not, at Poipu Beach, sea turtles make their way to the sand to sleep every night at sunset. While the actual beach is really crowded and a little bit overrated in my opinion, the beach is so worth visiting at sunset to see these sea turtles. While of course there's no guarantee that the turtles will come out every night, there are beach staff members and volunteers who routinely place cones around the beach to keep tourists away, expecting the turtles to arrive. Number 9 is Waimea Canyon. As briefly mentioned earlier, Waimea Canyon is easily one of the top 10 things to do in Kauai, Hawaii. Nicknamed the Grand Canyon of the Pacific, Waimea Canyon offers epic red rock canyons etched into the island and features a variety of impressive waterfalls that spill into it. If you download any one Shaka Guide tour app, I recommend the Waimea Canyon and Pali Coast tour, as you'll get the chance to see all of the best Waimea Canyon and Pali Coast viewpoints in one day. Lastly, number 10 is Red Dirt Falls. In addition to Waimea Canyon and the Pali Coast, you will get a chance to see the otherworldly Red Dirt Falls on the Shaka Guide Waimea and Pali Coast driving tour. As the name suggests, Red Dirt Falls is a small yet stunning waterfall that pours over Martian red dirt. Red Dirt Falls is located just on the side of the road near Waimea Canyon, so if you are heading to Waimea Canyon with or without the Shaka Guide, you will be able to stop at Red Dirt Falls because it's literally so accessible. It's just a roadside pull-off that you can jump out of your car, explore the waterfall for 10-15 minutes, and then you get to check it off your list. And the best part is that there is no hiking required. Now that you know the top 10 things to do in Kauai, Hawaii, I want to know which one you're looking forward to most, so definitely comment. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask me as well. I'm happy to help. I truly love this island. This might be one of my top favorite Hawaiian islands that I've ever visited, so I'm so excited for you to experience Kauai for yourself. I do have a couple other Kauai, Hawaii videos if you want to watch those next. One is a packing video if you want to learn how to pack for a trip to Hawaii in a carry-on only. I give lots of tips for that. I also have a video about how to get free flights to Hawaii and how we flew round trip to Kauai for literally $0. So definitely watch those videos next if you're interested. Other than that, I will see you in next week's video. So for now, ciao.